Well, welcome everybody. It's great to be with you again. Looking forward to being with all of you in the upcoming cities on the Blueprint for Success tour.
We're gonna roll that video real quick, Andrew.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Sorry
good.
about that. I got a little anxious there.
It's okay, no worries.
This is my time, ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights, 'cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line, there ain't no doubt in my mind, beating the buzzer like, this is my time, this is my time.
Okay,
It can be their time too.
it's going to be everybody's time this year for those who
That's for
take
sure.
action and capitalize on the Blueprint for Success tour. Looking forward to being with all of you in the upcoming 4 cities, which is really the first leg of this tour. It's not going to end, with these
Obviously,
4
it's
cities.
just 4 cities because we have, leadership school coming up.
Exactly.
But I can tell you that Mark Ashley's already been pushing when we're going for the next hit. So I know he'll be talking about that soon, just in a few minutes. But we're excited.
We're very excited about this this year, all the activities, all the things that are going on. I like to say we're starting the year with strength and purpose.
That's
And
great.
you
Well,
said
I
we're red
think,
hot and
and that we're
rolling.
red hot and rolling. JR used to say we're red hot and rolling, and I think it's really important to understand that we just got finished just a couple months ago doing a very strong strategic plan in December. We're really fired up about the future in 2024, and we've really come together as a team and really focused on 2 major things. Those 2 things are very simple. New people, new people, new people. Jerry used to say that the solution to anything is new people. If you can't sell enough tickets to your event, new people. New people is the solution to everything, and we all need to get focused on that again. We've all been a little bit off track the last few years, and I know that JR was so disappointed that he couldn't get out and touch and feel and hug the people, because we are humans. And so technology can only do so much. It's very important that, he wanted to go back out there and start doing a tour again. And that was our program. Right when JR passed away, we were going to take a 6-week break, he and I, and then we were going to go and do this tour again and do it really big one more time. So I'm going to do that in his honor, and I'm going to continue and do what he always wanted to do. And I'm really excited because some of the team is going to be going out with me and taking turns. And, we're starting right now, just the first 4, because we have, leadership school, then we'll come right back. The second big focus for the year, of course, was going back to the core products that are the most important products that we had. And that's why you saw us spend so much time launching Core 3, because it's just phenomenal. I mean, if you're in America, you ought to know that there's nothing better than OPC 3. The fact that, our number 1 product is still our number 1 product all these years later. And then NADS, imagine, combining that with the power of NADS and magnesium. So trying to keep people keeping it simple and really focused on the big picture, the core principles of who we are, new people and incredible products. And everything else falls into line after that. And so then, of course, the big question came up is like, where and when, right? So this is just the beginning, by the way. If your city hasn't been announced yet, don't worry. We're going to be hitting the Midwest and the West Coast. And, I want you to get a little FOMO, because I want you to get excited. I want you to have the fear of missing out. I want you to get busy, focused, and refocused on your business. 2024 is really what it's all about. And, when Mark and I were talking about going back out and doing a tour, and Andrew and I and JR's on, it was real simple. There is no way to put a price on what it would have cost to have JR go out and hit the road, or even the value of the team and myself to go out there and hit the road, because I'm going to operate on their thinking. And I can't put a price on that, but I can tell you this, that we've decided, and it was Mark's great idea, that the cost of the ticket for you is you bringing a guest. I can't imagine what would be better than that. You growing your business, that's the cost to you, and the only cost to you is you have to bring a guest. So that means you can't come without one. Mark will get into those details a little bit later, but we're doing this for people who really want to grow.
Exactly right.
That's
Fortunately, you learned from the best brain surgeon ever in the history of the
I
world,
did.
and you have all the skills to operate on people's thinking. So it's going to be a great gift for
It
those
is.
people who attend, these on the Blueprint for Success tour, these different
In a
cities.
new format, which is really cool. And I want to talk to you about that, because I know that so many people love the business. You guys come every year to the events and you support, But I know that sometimes you still feel insecure about asking people to talk to them about the business. You don't know what to say, you don't exactly know if you're gonna do it well, and you know, JR's taught this so many times, you know, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, right? But
Or the right thing to the wrong
or
person.
the right thing to the wrong
Right.
person. And you know, the truth of the matter is we wanted to make this simple. So this is a brand new format. Mark will talk a little bit more about that later, but I want to let you know, this format's going to be us going in there and really taking it by storm, these cities by storm, and coming in and giving them about an hour and a half of operating on their thinking. The first city, of course, is Tampa, and Colin will be there with us, and Andrew, and Tampa's already blown up. It's nearly sold out. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We will have a sellout in Tampa.
Sure.
But we're gonna be doing about an hour and a half on operating on their thinking. You're gonna hear then after because I don't wanna do a bait and switch on people. I want you to understand, why am I talking to them about how I got to where I am with my husband and what we did to fix our thinking in order to become successful? Because we know that this is what stops most people from achieving success. That is what stops most people from becoming who they're meant to be. So we're really giving people a gift, like Andrew said, to operate on their thinking. And then at the end, I'm actually going to introduce Andrew and Colin, who will give them some real high-level overview.
Without a question,
Of
you'll
the
get to hear Cullen's story, better hear some testimonials, and then we're gonna give a nice overview. I'm gonna talk in themes about who we are, why we are, what we are. And
But you will not see the plan.
exactly. We're not going to go through the 5 steps, but what we're all fortunate to be able to have is those who bring guests will be begging you to see the 5 steps, to learn how the compensation plan works.
And
I
how
think
they
it could
can
be
be
a great,
involved.
and how they can be involved.
And so there is no pitch. We're not selling anybody on anything. And I want to make it real clear to you. I'm not out there to sell anybody anything. We're way too advanced for that at this point in our career, 31 years later. We're looking for buyers, okay? People who want to make a better life for themselves. And so after I'm done operating on their thinking, and I'll have the guys come in, and then Andrew, nobody better than Andrew, to kind of high level the plan, not going through the plan, but to high level the real great features of who we are. So guess what? Like he said, they're going to come back and say, you know what? How do I learn more? And he's going to tell them, you got to get with the person who invited you here tonight. And this is what's so incredible about this format. And, you know, Mark will talk more about it afterwards, but here's the cool thing about it. You don't have to worry about what you say to your guests to get them to get there, because there is no pitch. Nobody's pitching them on selling anything. We're not trying to sell them on the business or the plan. We're just going to even tell them when I'm done speaking, we'll say, you're welcome to go. And for those of you who want to hear just a very short segment of who we are and what we do, but not anything more than that, they can stay. Now, I guarantee you, they're going to have a lot of fun by the time I'm done with them, and they're going to stay. And here's the thing, it's going to be a whole lot easier for you to invite people when you know there's not a pitch behind it. Why do we like this? Because it will be easier for you to get people to meetings this way. And it'll be something that Mark will talk about, how we're going to incorporate this down the road. But when you can get more people to the meeting and they can see that, hey, we got a cool company.
Exactly.
We hang out with cool people. We put ourselves in an atmosphere where people thrive. We put ourselves in an atmosphere where people can grow. Then all of a sudden, people want to be part of a beautiful community. People want to be a part of an atmosphere where they can change their lives. And, you know, I told some of the people, I've done so many Zooms this week, and I'm so excited. Tampa, Philadelphia, Deb Anderson, so many people. We've done so many incredible Zooms this week. And we were talking a little bit about the book I was reading with Alicia Keys. We're reading a book called The Voices of Knowledge. Many of you may have read it. He's Don Miguel Ruiz, who also did the 4 Agreements. There's a lot of the 5th Agreement. But, you know, he talked about, exactly, Christian, change your thinking and change your life. But most importantly, he talked about from the time we're born, right? We end up creating a set of circumstances in which we live by, that we think we must live by, because we live our life based off of someone else's experience. And you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to do that anymore. You can decide for you that in 2024, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm not going to be the person that other people have made me become. I don't want to be the person that other people have said I am. In fact, you don't even recognize yourself anymore because you stop being you. Here's the most important thing I want you to do. For those of you who want to be a part of something bigger, who decide, you know what, it's my time. 2024 is it for me. then if you care about yourself and you care about your business, you'll share it. You'll tell people about it, and we're going to make it easier for you. So I want you to know that this is all about operating on the mindset. It's all about a new way for you to get people to the meetings in 2024. And then let us do the tough work. And then Mark will talk to you about how your upline will do the tough work when we incorporate these down the road. But it's a really great way, we believe, in order for you to get more people. Imagine, we're going to have, so far, we're almost at 250 new prospects in Tampa. God bless you. Think about that. That's incredible. When was the last time you've been to a meeting with 250 new prospects? That's amazing. That's what it's about. It's about pushing people to come see something that will operate on their thinking. And that's why I asked people the simple question when they filled out the questionnaire, which is, number one, what did they want to do to improve their life? Did they want to have more time freedom? Those simple questions. And then I asked them, are you willing to commit 4 to 6 hours in order to change your life? Because if they're not, I'm not willing to work with them. And I certainly don't recommend that you do.
They don't qualify.
Exactly. They don't qualify. And that's the point. So now we're going to help you qualify the right people. We're not pitching anybody. We're not showing the plan, but this is a great way to get in front of people. And you tell them, hey, if you want to have a chance to come out and meet our company, you want to meet our CEO, I happen to be connected right to her. I happen to be connected right to her, and you have the opportunity to get a seat. But I got to know now, because the seats are limited and they're going to sell out. And let me tell you guys something, and Mark will tell you this too. Andrew and I aren't leaving. Colin's not leaving. And Kevin's going to be there with me in Philly, New York. We're not leaving. We're the last person to leave the room. I'm going to meet every single person there. Every single person there. I want to meet these people, and then I want them to walk away going, hey, this is cool. How cool is it to be with such a cool company that cares about the success of other people? And then to hear some incredible success stories that Colin and Andrew have put together, which is really amazing, not knowing exactly what we do because we haven't told them, but they certainly can relate to you because they're like, hey, if he can do it, I can do it.
Exactly.
Right? And if Colin can do it or I can do it, you can do it. And so we're really, really excited about this new format, and I really think it's going to be big. And then finally, of course, we're doing with Christian and the team, Steve Ashley, doing some incredible social media advertising, meaning we're putting our money where our mouth is, as Mark says, and we're going out there and we're literally targeting the right people who are looking for a better way. As I said, I have 2 missions in mind this year. One is new people, new growth for not just the company, for you. And the second thing is the core 3 health, and you focusing on the main thing, keeping the main thing, because you can always share all the other great products with that we have, but it's going to be incredible. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that I am so excited about this. I'm thrilled about doing this for JR more than anybody. And then for me, for my heart, because I think it's such an important time for me to keep my mind right. And this is what he would want. Jared would want us to focus on building. Jared would want us to make this the best 2024 ever. He would want me to go out there and operate on his thinking. So I'm just borrowing all his information just to do that. I don't know if you want to add anything else, but I know that this format is really cool.
It's going to be very valuable and very productive for those people who capitalize by getting at least one guest to, one of the cities that we're going to be doing this in. We are going to adhere to Jared's number 1 rule. We're going to have fun in the process.
Have fun. And if you snooze, you lose.
If you snooze, you lose. But one other point I wanted to mention, there's a lot of motivational, inspirational figures out there that, people spend a lot of money to go to see. Here, of course, there's no cost, right? The cost is bringing a guest. And it's great.
And that helps their business.
And that's the whole point. And it's great to learn from an individual who started with nothing and utilized the vehicle that we're exposing, the business, the system that we're exposing. It's how J.R. Lauren built what they built. And that, of course, is accessible to every single person, that's there. So no other motivational speaker that's out there can attest to that. They don't have the vehicle, number one. They're just out there making money from their motivational talks. I think that, distinguishes us in a very, in a great way.
And I think this team is just really focused on big things for 2024. I know that we're so excited about Steve Boston joining our team. The whole team is really connected and working together. And this is just the beginning. I'm gonna be doing these 4, going back. Mark says we may slip in a few more after or even before leadership school, and we'll let you guys know about that. And I know we can convince Mark to go out to some of the part of the country when we
That'd be
go out
great.
for the second half. So with that, I think we're gonna turn it over
Yes.
to Colin, is
Yeah,
that
one of our
right? One of our
superheroes.
vice presidents, Colin, we're so proud of you and we're so happy that you're gonna be joining us in both Tampa and I think in Charlotte even.
I
too.
hope so. I hope so. We'll see what happens. Take it away, Cullen.
All right. Hey, guys, it's going to be absolutely incredible. We couldn't be more excited. Let's take a look at the dates. So clearly we're up in Tampa, Tuesday, January 16th, 7:30 to 9:30. Wednesday, January 17th in Charlotte from 7:30 to 9:30. And then Saturday, January 20th, we'll be in Flushing, New York. And then on Sunday, January 21st, we'll be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from 1 to 5. And of course, it's very important that each of us arrive early. Please don't show up right at start time. It's just like anything. If you're showing up right at the start time, you're late. We know this is on franchise owners, so make sure that you're there 30 minutes early and you talk to your guests. Everybody that has guests confirm coming and inform your guests that they're going to want to show up 30 minutes early to make sure you can get them a seat up front, because we know that those are the $1 million seats. You want them in the front row where there's no distractions. So let's take a look at Tampa. We're going to be at the Grand Hyatt there in Tampa. Parking in Tampa is complimentary. Then in Charlotte, North Carolina, we're going to be at the Kipton Hotel, beautiful Kipton Hotel, by the way. Also, by the way, all of these venues were hand selected. They're all amazing, by the way, because when we show up, we're going to show up amazing for each and every one of you. In Charlotte, I just want to note that there's parking there. The valet on it's $30, but if you notice next to the valet, there is alternative parking for $15. We did our best, folks, to find areas where there wasn't a charge for parking, but in some cases, in order to get the best venue, there might have been a slight parking fee. But just know this, if somebody truly wants to transform their life, if they're dead serious about drawing that line in the sand for 2024, I mean, it's a free event. They're going to pay the money to park. It's not that big a deal. Okay. And so then therefore that'll,
And also, Colin, pick up your guests, pick them up
There you
and
go.
put them in the car with you, just like JR used to say, pick them up and throw them in the car.
100%.
love that. Love that.
Bring show up. God bless.
100%. There you go, Andrew. That's what it's all. And that's what we would recommend, by the way. And if you're somebody who says, well, Colin, or, hey, Lauren, I've got 4 or 5 guests coming. Well, maybe you can't fit everybody in your vehicle, but pick up a few of them and a few will have to meet you there. Just do your best. And of course, we'll be at the LaGuardia Airport Marriott there in New York from 10 to 2 for our Saturday event on January 20th. We got reduced parking there, which was great, $20 on that. And then, of course, on the 21st Sunday from 1 to 5 p.m., we'll be at the Alloy Doubletree by Hilton there in King of Prussia. And there we'll have parking will be complimentary. Okay. So just remember this, as a UFO, you do not need to register. Okay. You're not registering, but your ticket in is making sure that you get your guest to register. And then also once the guests register, they'll receive an email. But also if by the way, if they're your guest, you should be the one reaching out to call them. Let's just say that we'll reach out to call you as the unfranchised owner to say your guest is registered, because we'll help you confirm that with you as the unfranchised owner. But you should be the one getting a screenshot from them. They should be pumped and excited to come. And therefore, you're ensuring that you're going to be able to pick them up and bring them to the event. And so we want to make sure that you're a big piece of making sure that your guest is showing up. And again, seats are going to sell out fast. And then the other thing I wanted to bring up as a side note as well, 2 things. Remember this, as we show up for our events, it's all about making sure that we show up big and like Lauren and Andrew were already alluding to, it's all about the atmosphere. It's about the energy. And I know I'm probably preaching to the choir with some of you, but it is about the energy. It is about the excitement. It is about being on the edge of our seat and everybody looking around, and they're going to be evaluating us from start to finish, through that finish line. And so we want to be on the edge of our seat, be smiling and engaged. Even if you had a long day at work, you want to show up big that night. So as they're looking around at the whole room, they see a group of enthusiastic entrepreneurs as franchise owners who are taking their business to the top in 2024. Also, I will note that every single one of you should have meetings set up out of the event. So already in your calendar, you should be getting with your team to say, when can we book a wellness event, a product event, a beauty event, or a home business presentation, an unfranchised business. We're already mobilizing that within the GMTSS, but remember, you're in charge of your business. You're in charge of your success. And so make sure you're getting with your team to make sure that the guests that you have there have a next logical step in order to take their business to the next level with you. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to our president and COO of Shop.com, and that is Steve Ashley.
Hey, everybody. Thanks, Colin, for the intro. One thing is that this is an incredible opportunity to get your people to a free event that's going to feel like thousands of dollars. That's the thing about it. Is that, when we see this and what we're going to do here, between what Lauren's going to do, what Andrew's going to do, Kevin and Colin, it's something that you're not going to be able to put a price tag on, because it's going to really motivate not only your new guest, but you yourself, because sometimes we need to hear it as well. Because sometimes we get a little stale, we get a little bit laid back. And sometimes we got to go forward. And 2024 is the year to go forward when it comes to this. And so let me go ahead and share. So Colin, you just shared with us where we're going. I'm going to tell you guys how you're going to get people to there. And so right now, we built a few different ways for you to, and can you guys see the screen perfectly? Okay.
Yeah.
So, so the thing is that we are going to focus in on the fact that you as an unfranchised owner are going to go on unfranchise.com in order to get everything as it relates to your business. And so you're going to go to the, the home page, and you're going to actually on your unfranchise, and you're going to go to the landing page.
There you go.
Okay, so you're gonna go to unfranchise.com, and you're gonna go to the Blueprint for Success landing page. Now this is where you're going to, as an unfranchised owner, invite your guests. And I'm going to show you how to do that here in a second. So it's going to give you key information about, the tour itself, where the dates are. It's going to give you the different ways in which you can share. We'll talk about that here in a second. It's going to give you a little bit of information as far as what you're going to do, turning guests into team members, a blueprint for the best you, eliminate limitations, realizing your full potential. It's going to give you little snippets as well as it's time to go and grow. The letter in which Lauren sent out to really kickstart this, earlier, on Monday when we went live with registrations. But I'm going to really focus in on how you're going to get your guests to the meeting and how you're going to refer them and share on your social media. Now, we provided simple links for you, whether it's through email, through TikTok, through Instagram, Facebook, X, or by copying your link on there. Now, it's important that you use your unfranchised links, because when you log into Unfranchise, we are recognizing you and we are putting your rep ID into those links. So simply all you got to do is go on here and click this. So for example, if I want to send this off to Facebook, I click on Facebook, and then it's going to pop up with a screen. Luckily, with Open Graph with Facebook, they allow you to automatically to put everything in there. So I've already got a beautiful image here. I can put in anything that I want into the comments, and then I'm going to post this to my Facebook. Now the link is already there, so therefore, when anyone clicks on that to go invite, which I'll show that process here in a second, they're going to now see. They're going to now be able to be registered to me as my guest, so that there's no worries on my end. But I'm going to show you a little bit one that's a little bit more challenging, because not everybody does simple integrations with social media. Instagram and TikTok likes to make it a little bit more challenging. So we're going to focus in on Instagram, which is our number one social media platform in the company. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on my mobile device through my Unfranchise, I'm going to click on the TikTok link and it's going to come up with this copy link. Now this link has my rep ID already in it. I'm going to copy this link. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to go to Instagram and I'm going to go to a post that I really like. So let's just say I go to Lauren's page on Instagram and I want to share this introduction video on my stories. So I'm going to go on here and then I'm going to simply click this little this little icon down here at the bottom. Looks like when I used to throw paper airplanes at Mark when I was younger. So I can do that. I click on that. And then it's going to take me to something in my mobile phone that's going to give me different options. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to my story, to a story. So I'm going to click on this to add it to a story. Then now it's going to populate as a story. But now that it's populated as a story, I need to add my referral link into the story. So I'm going to click this icon at the top. And then it's going to show me a different arrangement, a different array of options. I'm going to click on link. And then all I got to do is paste in that referral link that I took from my Unfranchise, dump it in here. As you can see, it's going to carry over a rep ID, which in this case was a 555 number. I'm going to then enter it in, and there's my link. So now anytime someone goes on to sees that story on my Instagram, any friend, family, whatever, and clicks on that and goes to register, they are going to now be registered to me because my rep ID is tied to that. So the reason why I teach you how to do that is because there's going to be a lot of great content that both Lauren, Market America, Shop.com that you're going to see that you're going to want to share. And you might not know how to do it. I showed this presentation to 7 people in the office. 6 people had no idea how to share a post, share a story, like this. And so now they figured out how to do it. So I'm sure that there's other people, on this Zoom who are in the same boat. So I wanted to go through and show you just how easy it is to actually share this link out to your Instagram story. Now, when your guest clicks on the link, they're going to go to blueprintforyoursuccess.com. This is the guest registration page. This is where your guest is going to register. Remember, you do not register. Your registration is bringing your guest, is inviting your guest and bringing a guest. So here they're going to get the same information, that you saw just in a little bit of a different format, but their focus is to save their free seat now. And so when they go down there to save their seats, they're going to go to this registration page. And in this registration page, they're going to click whether they want to go to the Tampa, the Charlotte, the New York City, or the Philadelphia, options. I personally live in Greensboro, so therefore, I'll be attending the Charlotte one on next Wednesday night. So it's going to give me the information. I'm going to put in my name, my email address, the state of residence. Now, if I do know a referral contact and didn't come from, let's say, the referral code, referral ID, I'm going to put in that unfranchised owner's email and phone that they have registered on their UFO. So it's important that if you're not sharing this on social media and you're just sharing this with people, that when you're telling them how to refer, you're giving them the right information, which is your email address on your back end office or your phone number that's registered to your unfranchised business. I put in my mobile, and then I can select to get text messages. Why is this important? Because the day of the event, the day before the event, we're going to be sharing, we're going to be not only reminding you, but making sure that you're red hot, ready to roll, for that next day when you're going to the event itself. Then they're going to select which areas in their life they want to improve. Do they want to have more control over time? Do they want personal growth or development? Do they want to be their own boss or become an entrepreneur? Or do they want to generate more supplemental income? And then we ask the last question. Are you willing to commit 4 to 6 hours per week to achieve a goal? Now, I don't know about you, but if you're really serious and you became serious enough to get to an event for 2.5 hours or for 4 hours, you should be willing to commit 4 to 6 hours for your own personal growth and your own personal success. Now, when I click on submit to this is what the guest is going to get. They're going to immediately see a welcoming video from Lauren that's going to let them know how great, how happy and excited she is to see them and what to expect. It's also going to send out an email confirming their spot, their seat for the Blueprint for Success tour. So here it's going to give me the event information for Charlotte, North Carolina. Let me know, if I need assistance, we're going to give them the elite number for the elite line for the enfranchised services, who has been well versed as far as what the tour details are, et cetera, for this. And then they're going to have all the information. But for the guests, that's great. But what about the UFO to know who actually registered so that they can follow up and make sure they're bringing their guests to these meetings? So as an unfranchised owner, you're going to receive 2 confirmations. One, Brandy Foster and the Enfranchised Services team is going to call each and every enfranchised owner, letting them know when they have a new guest that has registered for one of the events, and congratulate you on getting that new person, letting you know who they are so that you can then reach out to that individual to let them know, hey, okay, great. I'm going to the Charlotte event as well. Let's talk, what time should I pick you up? 6:30 or 6:45, and then get there, and then so that you can get there in time to meet before the meeting, as well as time for after the meeting. Then, of course, I'm going to get an email registration that's going to let me know, hey, dear Mary, congratulations, your guest. And it's going to tell you which guest did that, so that you get not only the phone call, but you're also going to get the email as well. So this is what you're going to get from the website and how you can share through the website. Now I'm going to pass it over to Jason Pellin to show you how you're going to invite people via the Enfranchised Marketing app.
Steve, you killed it.
So
Thank
good.
you.
So good. All right. Well, Steve, such a great job talking about how to share from unfranchise.com. And I love that landing page. You made it so simple to share with all those different links and those buttons. But a lot of people are asking, well, what about the Unfranchised Marketing app? And we couldn't let that go by the wayside. So we did also create some assets in the Unfranchised Marketing app for you to use as well. So I'm going to walk through a couple of those steps, but it still is going to be dependent upon your custom link, and you grab your link from unfranchise.com. So when you go to unfranchise.com, you're going to see from that Blueprint for Success tour, the link button. It looks like a little paperclip. When you click on that, that's going to initiate the system to generate your link like Steve showed. So you click on a big blue link that says copy link, and now that's copied to your phone, your mobile device, right? Once you've got that copied to your phone, you can now log into your Unfranchised Marketing app. And you'll see at the top, we also have our Core 3 Health assets, but you'll see our current promotions. And right there, you'll see a couple of these assets. So we will also be loading in the video for your use. We'll get that in there tomorrow. So you've got that great intro video. You've got kind of a vertical image that you can use on your story. And of course, that same kind of horizontal post that Steve was showing you. So you click on whichever asset you're looking for, and then you've got some options. From here, you can click on share via social, and then you're going to write a unique message. Now, this is where you're going to paste your unfranchised link, right? So simply click and paste your link right here, and then you're going to decide where you want to share this. Do you want to share it on your newsfeed or your story or on Instagram or even a text message? If you want to send this in a text message like I did yesterday, I simply opened up my messages and sent it via text message. from here. This was an example of going to Facebook. You'll see my unique link. I actually, when I posted it in the comments, but you see that beautiful video or that banner image with the Blueprint for Success tour so that people know a little bit what it is. Great imagery, but when they link, it's connected to me as an unfranchised owner because I used that link from my unfranchise.com. Now, when you share, you can also share it directly to a contact, right? So if you share through a contact, you're going to search your unfranchised marketing app contacts, and this is where you can send it via text message. You can send them a simple text. It's going to give them that picture, as well as your custom link will be integrated in that. Now, we have another option for, like Steve mentioned, for TikTok, as well as for Instagram. You can also download these. So you can download these images or the video to your phone, and then you can upload it to TikTok or Instagram as if it's your own video or your own picture. When you do that, you're then simply going to do like Steve said, you're going to enter the link sticker and add in your custom link, and everything at that point is now connected to you as an unfranchised owner. Everything that you do on social, on text messaging, when you use that custom link, as Steve said, it leads you to blueprintforyoursuccess.com and the great landing page with all the information and where they get to register. Behind the scenes, we've captured the information that you are the UFO on record, and then it initiates a process. I know it works because I've got 2 guests myself. I live in New Hampshire. I've got guests in Tampa. I've got guests in Charlotte. I've got a couple lined up for Philadelphia. And I got my phone call from Unfranchised Services today confirming that. Such a great system for you to invite everyone that you know to these incredible events, whether you live in these areas or not. Screen your contacts, look at your list, look at your social media. You know, my friends who live in Tampa, and you'll have a whole bunch of people that might be in that area. So don't just sit back and say, well, wait for them to come to Boston. No, go out and make it happen, because this is all about cross-pollination and leveraging what systems are in place for all of us to succeed. With that, I know Mark has a lot of information that he wants to share because he's been kind of compiling some Q&A that's been coming in. So let me turn it over to you, Mark.
Oh, thanks, Jason. Thanks, team. Wow. The feedback I heard from what Steve went over and what Jason went over, it was almost like just brand new information. So I want to touch base on that for just a second. Just a week ago, we were talking about Core 3 Health, right? And one thing that's critical for you to do is not only sell the products and use the products, we know that, but you need to engage your customers to become part of this program, because now we're incentivizing customers $25 for every Core 3 Health. And how they do it is as simple as Steve and Jason showed you. If you want to learn how to share on YouTube, Jason, I just want to turn it back to you for a second. On YouTube, you have a video on there, right, that shows people how to share. I just want you to touch on that for just a second, if you would.
Yeah, we've got a very short video that's easy for you to pass along to your customers on our Market America YouTube channel, talking about that same share functionality that we just went over for unfranchised owners. But this is because Core 3 Health, we want your customers to learn how to share it as well. So we have a short video, and we'll do another video coming out and showing them how to use even the mobile application on Shop with those share links for you.
Just in listening to you and Steve talk, the amount of feedback was incredible. People, it really hit a light bulb for them, because they were like, we can really do this. It's so easy, whether it be, you know, you can send the email directly. Steve didn't get a chance to show you that. He showed you via Instagram, via TikTok, and all these different areas. Steve, I think you and Jason should do a separate seminar for the whole field, taking people and showing them just by simple 2 or 3 clicks how they can share information that the company has already shared. You can repost that to your stories, and you can get credit for it, and you can drive traffic, and you can drive new sales. So we kicked the year off with this, with Core 3 utilizing sharing, with now utilizing sharing to get guests to come to this incredible Blitz tour that Lauren's doing. So a couple things I want to touch on. Really, everyone's already said everything. So I'm just going to just highlight a few things here, because everyone really covered it for me. Not much for me to say. So a couple things. This event will sell out. All 4 of them will sell out, period. If you don't believe me, you're going to get the notification soon, and they will sell out. So if you want to record that and put me on recorder, whatever, and you want to bet me on it, I'll bet you on it too. The bottom line is they're all selling out. So it's going fast, and I expect after this Zoom and what everyone has learned that it's going to probably officially sell out as early as Friday, at least for Tampa and for Charlotte. So we're just, this is selling out, period. I want to thank you for your feedback along in this Zoom. It's been fabulous feedback that's come through, and I'm hearing great stuff. So a couple little things I just want to hit on that everyone else has just from a high level. If I'm a UFO, how do I register? Well, the good news is you don't have to. And actually, you're not allowed to register. Your ticket to this event is to bring a guest, as was alluded to by Lauren and Andrew earlier. So you don't register. We don't want UFOs to register. Your registration won't mean nothing to us, but a guest coming will be your registration to get to the event. How do you register a guest? I think Steve, Cullen, Lauren, Andrew, and Jason all covered that. Again, they can complete the registration from social media pages, including the referral link. If you don't do it that way and you contact a prospect who wants to come, they can go to the registration form on social media, and they just need to put in your phone number or email, as Steve said, that you have on file with the company. You can send an email on Instagram or whatever it may be, all the different ways Steve and Jason showed you. And then, of course, we'll get that information. You can share it on the marketing app, as Jason alluded to. And here's the thing. How do you know if your guest is registered? Okay, really simply, and the team has alluded to this as well. The answer is that our franchise services team, our great support team, will actually give you a call and let you know that your prospect is registered for which particular event and what city. And then you will also get an email letting you know which exact prospect registered for that event as well. The next question is, can I attend without a guest? No. If you don't have a guest, don't even show up. I hate to be that frank and that curt, if you will, about it, but we're trying to change the mindset. We love you. We're thankful for you. We wouldn't be here without you, but we want to see you grow. So don't even try to come if you don't have a guest with you. Now, we're going to track that too. It's not like an honesty policy, this. We're really being vigorous about this. So how are you going to get in to the event? When you register, you have to be with your guest, and that'll be your attendance into the meeting. So if you just come by yourself and just want to sort of try to sneak in, it's not going to work. You're not going to get admittance. So don't even come if you don't have a guest. Okay. And I think everyone loves that.
But your guest can come without them, and we'll take good care of them and make sure you get credit for them.
That's correct. So, and that's where I was going next is, obviously people are cross-pollinating and they are actually inviting guests to other cities that they're not located in. Those guests are welcome all day and twice on Sunday. Every time you want, it's all great, and they can come in. So if you live in New York and you have someone to go to Tampa and your guest, but you can't be there, don't worry about it. That's what makes this GMTSS system that JR invented and created so incredible. As Lauren alluded to, we're going to take care of you. So feel very comfortable with doing that. Have your guests register for any other event that you won't be at. They'll be invited with open arms. And again, Brandy's great team is going to call you, let you know that that prospect is registered, and you're going to get an email on top of it as well. The other thing I want to allude to is the company's throwing gas on the fire in reference to this tour. We're spending thousands of dollars on new advertising to get new blood to come to these events. And we're now going to turn that. We started, as everyone knows, you all received this information starting on Monday. We wanted to give, of course, our franchise owners the first opportunity to invite guests to come to the event. Now we're throwing gas on the fire, and the company is spending advertising on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, and all different social media outlets to get new blood into the event. And they're going to be corporate sponsored people that are going to come to the event. But here's the beautiful thing about it. All those people who come to the event, we're going to give all of those leads back to the people who were at the event with guests, So we're spending thousands, let me repeat that again. We're spending, and this is the faucet's being turned on tomorrow, thousands of dollars on social to bring new guests. Those new guests are going to be curated, and they're going to work with Cullen. They're going to work with Kevin up in the northern areas, and they are then going to pass those leads on to the people who brought guests to those events during the Blitz Tour. So there's also another reward for these people who are doing everything. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And this is going to be a model for what we're going to do going forward. After we do these 4 cities, we're going to come back, and I've been watching the chat, and it's been fabulous. People are like, come to my city, come to my city. When are you coming here? Well, guess what? We're going to come out. We're going to look at data. We're going to look at the heat map. If your area is growing, we're coming out there. If your area is not growing with new people, we're not coming out there, period. So if your area is growing, you're going to be a part of the Blitz Tour going forward in the East Coast and the Midwest and the West and the Southeast part of the country, wherever it may be, the Northwest. So this is just the beginning. And each tour is going to get even better because we're going to get smarter. We're collecting more data. We're looking at heat maps. We'll know where we need to go and where we need to send people. And it's just going to be incredible. And the ticket to these events are what? By bringing a guest to these events, that is your ticket to get in. And just, understand, I mean, Lauren goes out and she gets speaking engagements all the time for $100,000+. She's going out there and doing this for free. Okay, this is free, but you have to bring guests to this event. The other thing I'm super duper excited about is the team headed by Lauren has put together a new agenda for this. The people who come to this event with guests are going to see the plan in a different way than they've ever seen it before. So you'll be the first ones to see it this way. And it's our first step to setting up a modified plan to where you'll be able to show the plan a lot quicker and easier. And parlayed with that, you're going to be able to register unfranchised owners going in the future. It's a big thing for us to where it's going to be simple to register people online, and they won't even need you to register. So this is the beginning of a modified, easier way to show the business, and then it's going to be followed up soon thereafter on your Market America website with a simple join now process where anyone on the planet can sign up just by understanding a little bit about the business. I'm tired of the days where hundreds of people are signing up a day. We need to be at the point where there's thousands and thousands of people registering and signing up a day, whether you know it or not, because you'll know it once they join. So the concept here is simplified, easier plan to show, doesn't take an hour and a half going to a UBP, and then that's followed up with a simple way for people to register in the business that's just going to take your business to whole new heights. It's just unbelievable what's going on here. And as I said, we're going to duplicate this in other areas. If you want to be an area that's part of the Blitz Tour going forward, you need to be in a growing city. As Lauren alluded to, just want to
start it yourself.
Yeah, let's go.
Absolutely. Yes. And also, I want to hitchhike on what Lauren said. Lauren and the team are not going to leave these meetings until everyone's out of the room, and then follow-ups are booked. So, this is going to be about as one-on-one attention as you can ever get. You're not going to get this at a leadership academy. You're not going to get this at an icon event. This is going to happen right into your hometown, in your home city. We're going to follow up with everyone. The payoff is going to be huge, and it's going to be big. And this is going to be the start of something bigger and better. And the last thing I just want to say, and Lauren, I'd like to turn over to you maybe just to close it out for us, is I want to say one other thing. And again, record me on this. These events are selling out. They will be sold out before the event starts. And I also want to tell you about one other thing that's getting close to selling out, and that's Leadership Academy. It's coming up sooner than you think. We're already at January 10th right now. We're a little over 2 months away from Leadership Academy in Miami. I don't know if you're up in the north, but I know the weather is atrocious. You're going to want to come to sunny South Florida to get away from all this mess that you're dealing with up there. But those tickets are selling fast, team. With the Blitz Tour, with Core 3 Health, with the Leadership Academy behind it, all of these things going on, man, this is just the beginning. I don't think we've never worked harder. Usually it takes a little time for the horses to get out of the gates to start the year. Man, there ain't no time. We've started this January 2nd. We hit the ground running, and we haven't stopped, and we're not going to stop, period. And it's time for everyone to get over the COVID, get over the mess, get out of the shelter, get out of the home, get out of the house. Just do it. Now's the time to do it. There's no better time to be involved in this business. And I couldn't be more excited.
You're right.
So Lauren, I'd love for you to close this out, because, this whole thing was your brainchild. I'm just so super excited about what's cooking here.
Well, I think Mark, and you had the chat on fire when you were talking about the advertising and, giving out those leads and really growing this and turning this into something that we do ongoing. We'll coordinate with Cullen and work with the GMTSS. So in the future, once we finish this tour all around the country, because remember, it's trial and error. We're tweaking things as we go. That's why we picked 4 cities in just 1 week. And by the way, I saw many people brought up Boston. Boston is definitely on the list. It was almost on this list. But it may be on a list before even Leadership School. Mark and I will be meeting in 1 week as soon as I'm home from this tour. This is fast and furious. I mean, when I think about doing 4 cities in basically 5 days, it's pretty incredible. It's back to what JR and I used to do and building the business. And I know that Mark's itching to get out there. Ashley's going to be in Charlotte. Elizabeth is going to be speaking in Charlotte also with us. We're really excited, Mark, about that.
Yeah, Lauren, can I say one more thing that I'm super proud of, and this is our team at Market American Shop, the assets that you and everyone have put together, and the whole step-by-step process, and I've been seeing it in the chat. I mean, the landing pages, the welcome video after your customer registers, the calls to the unfranchised owners, the emails to you, like all the assets are just top-notch, first class, that you'd want to share, piggyback on I just want to, just throw that out there, because I think everything looks absolutely incredible, and it's been so thoughtfully, carefully thought through that I just didn't want to minimize that. It just, everything 360 looks fabulous. And I think the team, from what I'm seeing on here, agree. I mean, that welcome video of you coming up right after the prospect registers, and it's a simple registration that was thought through, very simple information. And
Mark,
I don't know, I just want to say that. I don't want to belittle that.
You're right. And one thing, Mark, that I'm really proud about, and we've heard it a lot just in the Zooms, and I personally have just done a lot of Zooms myself with Deb Anderson, Drayton's team, Bernanke, so many people this week alone. Mark, people are seeing the little notes when they get the products. They really like that.
The
they
thank you cards, yes.
The thank you cards. And I just want to let you know, that's
the Core 3 thing that goes, the system, how they take it from the doctors. I mean,
that's a really big part of our 2024, is to really zone in, because we do care, and let people know that, we do care, and we want to be the best.
Can I say another one? Can I say another one? You got me, like I can't
Good.
stop.
Good.
When a new UFO registers now, Lauren, they get a welcome video from you.
But it's so
them
important.
to Market America.
Been so important to me, just that whole personal touch and letting people know who we are. Christian's on with us, Lala's listening in. I know we had this great meeting with a friend that Lala introduced us to, Brian Chetsky, who's the founder of Airbnb this summer, and he shared with me this incredible short message that he had with Warren Buffett, who talked about how companies are certainly moving in the direction of high tech, high touch, But the company that wins is the company that pays most attention, personal attention to companies, people, their customers, and you're our number one customer. And so we are really caring about our people, and I really want 2024 to be about showing you the love, showing our number one customer the love, who we
Can
are.
I say one more thing?
Yes, and the thank you.
Piggybacking on you, I'm sorry, you're just sparking so many things, but Brandy can attest to this. Brandy Foster is on the line. It's just incredible. Is every year we have UFO Customer Service Week for a full week, and my message to the team just at the end of November is that we have to step up our game. Every customer, every UFO, everything. The companies that take care of the UFO and the customer the best are the ones that are going to win. It was the exact message, and the
Mark,
team
that's
gets
right.
it.
No, you're right. And Mark, keep going, because there's people commenting as you're saying that. It's taking care of our people the very best. And that's really, because I know we had a really amazing strategic plan, but we were really pretty clear about what we wanted. And it was about delivering the best service to our people. It's not about necessarily being the highest tech, even though we do that anyway. It's about, the one who can give the biggest hug, the one who can make them feel the most love. And so that's why I say, if you really care, you'll share. Because that's what this company is all about. And that's where we're going to go. Mark.
It's just in such a short period of time, just this small little taste of what you've seen in this is a week and a half.
Yes.
Just imagine the records that we're going to break this year. And we're leading by example, with Lauren leading the ship here and captaining the ship and following her into this Blitz tour and everything that we're doing. I mean, it's
Mark's going to go out. Mark's going to be out on the tour soon. That was up in the chat too, Mark. Mark's
Yeah.
going to be out on the tour very soon. So, we're going to be taking turns on this, certainly, because that's what it takes. We can't all be out at one time. We wanted to do 4 successful cities in a week and make sure we did those successfully. Kevin is going to be out in New York and Philadelphia with me. We're
Yes.
very excited about that. As I said, Elizabeth will be in Charlotte with me and Andrew. Andrew will be on the whole tour, which is going to be great. And I got to tell you guys, this is the beginning of something very special, something very different, something that will make us very unique, a place where people can come and not just learn about us in short fashion, but to really get a gift from you. And you need to see this, and you need to feel comfortable when you invite somebody to this. You are giving them a gift. You're giving them a gift of an hour and a half of incredible mind manipulation, so somebody can really understand the power of their thinking, the power of thinking big and being bigger in 2024. That's what it's all about. It's all about that. And then a heightened presentation, a very short one, about who we are and what we offer, so they can get information back from you. And we have already set up, like in Charlotte, in Tampa, they have a UBP scheduled in their city just 2 days later, I believe, or 3 days later, because Cullen knows that people will need a place to bring them. Is that correct, Cullen? Is that just a few days after?
Yeah, HBP in the Tampa area. Charlotte has the UBP schedule just because of the schedule. But bottom line is, you got to have them in different areas, because guests are coming from different areas. So that's why we get multiple HBPs going, because everybody ain't going to come back to the same one spot. Super smart. Super smart. By the way, one thing worth noting too, Lauren and Mark, is that we have some people in these cities already with double-digit registered guests as well already. Double digits, you guys. I mean, people that already have 10 plus guests registered, one unfranchised owner. We have multiple like that. You want to be on that list.
You do want to be on that list. And I do want to tell you this. I don't want you to be upset when it sells out. It will sell out. It's really a commitment to yourself right now to say, you know what, I'm going to make as many calls as I can. I'm going to call the people and simply say this: hey, you know what? My CEO is coming to town. She's really, really cool. And I'm going to give you an opportunity, because I'm lucky enough to know her directly. And I got a couple seats available. And I want to bring you as one of my top guests. But I only got an hour for you to let me know if you're going to make it happen. You got to just give them a short period of time to decide. If somebody really wants to get the information, they're going to say yes right away. If not, move on to the next. Listen, we're not here to sell. We're looking for buyers. As Kevin said, Kevin, you're fired up. You want to say anything real quick?
No, I'm very excited about the format. You know, there's 3 meetings that take place when we're out trying to expand our organization. And, you know, when we're out there looking for the right people, you know, the 3 meetings are, you got the meeting before the meeting, you have the meeting, and then the meeting after the meeting. And we've done over the years, we've done a real good job at, you know, the meeting and then the meeting after the meeting. But where I think we really need to get better is the meeting before the meeting. And that's what this venue, that's what this format is really going to do. It's going to demonstrate how to invest into the individual that you're trying to discover. Are they are they looking to make a change? If they are, we have a potential solution. And if you're willing, you know, if you really want to make that change, you'll take a look at this potential solution, make an educated decision, because like Lauren said, we're not here to sell anybody. We're not here to pitch anybody. Okay. We just want to show people how to invest time in the individual, find out what's current, what's relevant, what's important in their life, and see if we can't help them make that change by providing that solution. And that's really what the meeting before the meeting is all about. As JR used to say, you know, let's make it so that we're going, you know, make it easy. And it's the preparation. It's in the preparation. That's where the work is. But you got to take time. You got to take time. You got to invest time in the individual you're initiating the conversation with and getting that dialogue going. And I think that's what this venue is going, you know, this format's going to do. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal.
And I know there's a lot of people say, I tried this, it didn't work. Remember, what Mark said, this just launched today, really. We just got it all tweaked out right. We just backed this up right behind Core 3. Everything is going to come together. For some reason, you haven't got your phone call. You want to double check. You can see Brandy on here. Brandy, we love her. You can always call her and she'll check on it for you. You can always call and somebody will double check if your people are on there. Don't be afraid to call if you're concerned that you haven't gotten that call yet. Remember, we're doing a lot of stuff at once, but you also have to take the initiative to pick up the phone also and say, you know what? Want to make sure that my guests register. Don't just assume. Follow up with them. Do what you got to do, but tell them you have a special opportunity for them to come sit with me because I'm going to make sure I meet every single one of your guests.
Hey, Brandy, do you want to go? Can you give the team on the call here the number they would call in if they're just to confirm that guest?
Absolutely. So I'm going to put it in the chat, but it is 336-478-4004. And that's going to go directly to our elite service. Yes, that is our elite services. So they're going to be able to take care of you, including myself.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, they love talking to you, Brandy. So
yeah, well, Brandy's been getting on the call. She usually doesn't, but she's been getting on, getting on the horn.
And she said that people are excited.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I love you guys. I am so excited. And I know that JR is
Lauren, Steve and Jason got to do a seminar on the share thing. People were just, it was just on fire. Like, oh my God,
you guys
it's that
should set
easy.
that up and do that.
Yes,
right
We will for sure.
We should do more of
Sorry,
that.
Lauren, I didn't mean to cut you off. There's so many good things.
We're gonna have more of these and announcing more dates. And I know that JR's looking up from above and he's just really proud of this team and coming together and what we're doing in such a short period of time. And so let's make it big, make 2024 your year. This will be the best year yet.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you, team. Love you guys.
Yes. Love you guys. Have a great night.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Love
guys.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Can't wait to see you.